All right, this is the part of the show where we just straight up drop the mic. It's where we like to dive deep on one topic affecting our community in hopes that we can all learn a little more. Yesterday was shaping up to be just another regular old Thursday in America, and then Uncle Joe, President Biden, dropped this bombshell on us.
First, I'm announcing a pardon for all prior federal offenses for the simple possession of marijuana.
Bam! Or should I say zoinks? Or should I say, all right, all right, all right. Talk about an October surprise. Now, there was, of course, a lot more to his announcement than just that 4-second soundbite. But if we're being honest, most of us just tuned out the rest of it after hearing the first part of it. He went on to then ask governors in America to also pardon all simple state marijuana possession offenses, and he asked his Attorney General and Secretary of Health and Human Services to review how marijuana is scheduled, right? Like how it's classified under federal law. It is currently considered basically the same as heroin, and it's considered more serious than fentanyl, which is out there literally killing people right now. The same as heroin and more serious than fentanyl? Really? Well, there's a couple 100 million people in this country, including a few here in the district, who would disagree. Count me among them. But what does this announcement really mean for us? And by us, I literally mean me. No, I'm just kidding. I mean the people of America. Are we finally witnessing the end of the reefer-madness inspired policies that led Richard Nixon's war on drugs? A war that was then unjustly leveraged against certain communities, you know the ones I'm talking about, leading to massively unequal incarceration rates. Are we finally on the path to the national legalization of Miss Mary Jane? Well, no. Not as long as there are people still holding on to the thinking behind those policies I just talked about. Recently heard a TV pundit say this: they believe marijuana is a gateway drug. Still, in 2022, same thing that they were saying in 1982, right? And I guess jazz is still the devil's music too, right? So we've still got a ways to go on the national legalization front, but to paraphrase President Biden, this is a big deal, a huge deal. As he himself noted, thousands of Americans, about 6,500 if you're counting, face the possibility of being denied employment, housing, and educational opportunities due to a previous conviction of simple marijuana possession. It literally happened to a group of White House staffers 2 months after Biden took office. His own people who had admitted to smoking weed, the classified people came in and said, y'all can't work here. That's counter to literally what we're seeing right now. So removing the stigma will allow them to be full participants in society. And isn't that a gain for all of us? I mean, as long as they're not walking into the office going, yeah, man, great day, happy Monday. No one's doing that. Everybody's got their stuff together. Well, not everybody. Most people got their stuff together. They can keep it that way. All right, so it's hoped by local advocates like the president and CEO of the Marijuana Policy Project, Toy Hutchison, that yesterday's move by the president will help lead to the closing of the canyon-sized gaps in the racial equity of drug arrests and convictions, which again would be a gain for everybody. Now, look, other than conviction expungements, there's really not going to be any tangible changes for us here in the DMV. So don't light up the bonfires and the blunts out on the National Mall just yet. D.C. still isn't a state, so even though a majority of residents have voted for recreational usage, it's still up to Congress to allow the city to establish a legal market. You can possess it, you just can't buy it or sell it. When I explained that once to somebody who isn't from around here, the look of befuddlement that washed over their face was exactly what you'd expect. It is legal in Virginia, though, and the people of Maryland can vote to legalize in the upcoming election. Now, it's possible that President Biden's announcement yesterday may bring what I think could be a positive influence on all three. But even if it doesn't, we took a monumental first step towards normalization yesterday. And once we start moving forward, it becomes pretty hard to start going back. And here's the question: why would we want to?